for further clarification.
Use the account number in the description because we would have the invoice number.
Right. The reason I use it there as like an accounting is I like the safeguard of having it there so it'll boot back if I double enter something. So what's happened in the past is there's been double entry of bills. So if you don't include that there,
Is the
what's
invoice
your
number you're
safeguard?
talking about.
Correct.
Okay, and I understand that. I'm happy to use the account number as your invoice number,
Right.
and then dash 0525 or dash
Right,
May or
absolutely.
however you want to code it. That's fine. But what I'm saying is, don't take that account number and duplicate it again in the description. If we already have it in the invoice number, which I'm fine with, it doesn't have to show up. And does the invoice number show up on the abstract?
Yes,
It does.
it does.
Okay.
I got to put it somewhere.
Can you take that off? Can you hide that column for it to be printed?
So you just want date, vendor description, amount?
Yeah.
I'm saying that when you send it to Cassie, does it go as an Excel file or does it go as a PDF?
A PDF, and I can hide that bill number.
So I think we would probably like to see the invoice number in case there's a
Right.
question. But if we could then like hide the column of the invoice number so that then we could put it out for the
public.
public. Because here's the
Okay,
problem.
I can do like a confidential one and then
Yes.
a
Yes.
a town one, if that makes
Yes.
sense. Is that a better solution?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because right now, people, they don't know what we pay. If they want to see it, they got to foil the whole packet of bills. If they can see a list of the abstract, if there's something particular they want to see, then they're only foiling one thing as opposed to the whole stack.
Yeah, I can do that.
Thank you. That's it. I'm good.
Okay.
Thank
Any
you.
other questions for us before we sit down?
Oh, I'm sorry. One other thing. Sorry. I didn't realize I wrote on the back of the page.
No, it's okay.
On your invoices, can you put hours?
Yeah,
Like, there's just a total on there. Can you just, when your invoice comes in, is it broken out by hours of each person?
I can look at the invoicing.
Okay.
I can speak with the billing manager and
Okay.
work on.
It did, and then this month I don't think it did.
Okay.
I think
yeah.
it just gave a lump sum total.
When you transition to your next form of billing, it will only have a lump sum.
Have we transitioned? Is that what you're saying?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. So,
Okay.
yeah, we have a meeting with our partner tomorrow, so we can talk with him about the billing.
So, yeah, so what you're saying is right now we're still doing it by hourly so that we can determine what that flat amount is going to be. And once we go to a flat amount, it won't, which I'm fine with.
Yep.
But while we're still being billed hourly,
Yep.
if we could see the breakout of whose hours and how much,
Like the bond one, the law office has like the name, the rate, and then the hour.
and you
like
can
that.
just total it.
Okay.
You worked so many hours, Sarah
Yep.
worked so many hours,
Yeah, we'll talk with the
whoever.
billing
Yeah.
manager as far as how
Just so
that's
we can
broken out.
see who's putting in the amount of time, because we're still trying to figure out what is that monthly amount.
Yep.
So we have some understanding.
Absolutely. Okay. Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Resolution was to approve the supervisor's report. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
I'm going to abstain until we get that
Okay.
figured out.
I also will abstain.
Jeff and Eddie. Okay. Resolution approved to pay the claims against the town? No, it was denied. Yeah. Okay, the next one is a resolution to approve to pay the claims against the town. Is there a motion? Is there a second? I'll second it. Questions?
I'm struggling with paying the claims knowing that we're going to go I'm struggling with paying the claims knowing that we're going to be negative almost $16,000 in a line. Sarah? From a New York State auditor's position, are we supposed to go negative in any particular budget line? First. But you should vote to do that modification first before you spend the money. Correct?
Or pay the bill.
So I'll
Sarah,
say-
where
I'll
would we pull that from? Yeah. That's a lot of money. I didn't- How much was that, Linda?
$15,229.58.
15,229 and 28?
Yep, 58.
58,
15,229.58.
okay. It's going to what fund?
It's going into the A fund, 1420.400.
14. I'm sorry, can you give me that again?
Yep, A 1420.400.
So we have a resolution to move $15,229.58 from the contingent fund into the A fund 1420-400. Is there a motion?
So moved.
A second?
Second.
All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
No.
The motion's carried. You got Ed on the no on that? Okay. Okay, and then we revert back to the resolution to approve to pay the claim to town, approve to pay the claims against the town with that money moved into the A fund. Are you good with that, Linda?
Mm-hmm.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ed?
There's also a $1,500 in your auditor contractual that needs to be covered. It's over budget. It'd be line number 1320.400, A 1320.400, or 1,500 over that.
You got it here too.
Yep.
How are you gonna vote on that, Ed? You gonna abstain or yes, no?
Abstain.
One abstention, it's carried.
I only had a chance to look at the A fund, so there could be other ones that are negative. So again, I would suggest that we get a workshop on the books before the July meeting and look through these and try to resolve those.
Yeah, I'll get with Sarah this week and
And maybe Sarah could also join us with that meeting. Right. Sure.
all right, next resolution The resolution requests New York State Department of Transportation to examine and consider a reduction of the speed limit on 31A Bates Road corridor from Bates to Sanderson.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
You need discussion first, or no?
Okay, discussion.
I just wondering if we also suggested a stoplight, flashing light, or not just a speed limit. I don't know if they would be interested in doing anything like that or not, but I think it should be added to it.
Well, wouldn't they, in our request, wouldn't they, Nick, wouldn't they examine the whole thing, whether it would be better to have a stoplight, or just reduce the speed?
I can't tell you what New York State's I can't tell you what New York State's review would include, but if you want that to be included, it couldn't hurt to ask for it, certainly.
Yeah, I think it should, yeah. Stoplight, flashing light, or a yellow light, whatever we can get.
Examine and consider reduction of the speed limit during Bates. Examine and consider reduction of the speed limit. Okay. Okay, resolution requests New York State Department of Transportation to examine and consider a reduction of the speed limit or inclusion of additional traffic control devices on 31A Bates Road corridor from Bates to Sanderson. Are you good with that wording, Linda? You made the motion?
Yeah.
Steve, you good with that? Yeah. Okay. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried. The resolution to set the cemetery rate increase. Mr. Schiffer, you,
Table that till the July and see if we can get more information. That's my motion.
any discussion?
No, anybody that was charged the new rate should get a refund as far as I'm concerned until we get this settled.
Okay, all in favor of tabling this resolution till we can get more information? Say aye.
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 Opposed? It's carried. Resolution to use $98,000 from budget line DA 5131.2 and $98,432 of CHIPS funds that has been approved by the state for funding for a new 2026 Western Star truck. Is there a motion?
I make a motion. We accept it.
It's open for discussion.
I don't see a budget line in the DA fund for 5131.2. $5130? Okay. Okay. So this is a typo. So the 98,000 is coming out of that,
From the budget line, yes, 98,000 out of that budget line.
out of
and-
the equipment line?
Yes,
Okay. And the 98,432 is coming out of CHIPS fund. Where is that? Point two? Point two, Sarah? Okay. And this is the new truck, not the one that we have right now that's sitting somewhere. It's the second one that we're. Is that how I can't remember now. Is that what we said we were going to do? Pull money out of the CHIPS fund to buy the truck?
That was, the
Is it, is
the
that
approval
how?
on that as long as we didn't raise taxes. He said he could come up with funding from CHIPS. He called the state, and the state said yes. They
To be able,
authorized
to be able to,
So, yeah.
the state said we can use CHIPS funds for that. But what were we going to use the CHIPS funds for if we didn't do the truck? I guess I'm just, are we giving up something to use that? So there'd be $100,000 of road repair that won't happen. There will be $100,000 of road repair that won't happen if we're using this 100 to go towards the truck?
We discussed this at a previous meeting, yes. The CHIPS account is my account, and I am more than willing to take that out to pay for the truck. The 5130.2 is your account to approve or disapprove. This goes on often, and yes, I got approval from the state. They're all fine with that to happen.
Yeah, I'm not questioning what the state allows.
Yes, I'm going to
Because
have to
I-
give up something in
Okay.
order to have a truck to plow the roads before I fix them.
Okay, I'm just trying to clarify.
Yep.
So what are we gonna have for the, the truck we got now in storage?
It's not in storage.
Well, not in storage, it was in storage, yeah. But,
Well-
for the plow in the box,
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question.
well, were we gonna have money for the truck that we got now?
Yes.
For the plow in the box?
Yes.
It's in here.
It's coming on the next
As you read
resolution.
the continuing resolutions, it's spelled out for you.
So when we did the budget, you must have had a list of roads that you expected to repair this year. Do you know
I-
which roads will not get done?
I will not definitively say which ones will not get done because we haven't done any of them yet. And I need to see what is approved and disapproved before I can make final decision.
When you say approved or disapproved, can
Whether you
explain?
approve to do this or not.
Oh. Okay, I'm good.
Okay, we do a roll call vote. Schiffer? Yes? Mr. Jeff? I didn't hear what
He
you said.
said aye.
Oh, okay, all right. Mr. Seitz?
Aye.
Ms. Lemina?
Aye.
Mr. Zelani?
Aye.
I vote aye also. So, carried. Resolution to use $147,954 from budget line DA 5130.210 for the new Henderson plow components to be installed on the 2026 Western Star. Dale, you want to get up and explain everything you're doing with these trucks? What's going on with CJ's, the problems with that?
All right, in the last couple of years, truck number 654 has been very problematic. We have spent an awful lot of money on it. And the industry thought is the 2008, 2009 Max, which that is the 2008, have a lot of issues because that was the, it's not DEF, it is the regen component on it. And it continues to be a problem even though we've spent a lot of money on it. So I have found a place in Gainesville that can remove the box, the plow frame, the electronics, hydraulics, and we can refab the whole thing for, I got $65,000. To redo it with a brand new is $160,000. So we're going to save $100,000 by doing this, by taking that truck apart, having the box rehabbed, sandblasted, painted. The plow frame will be sandblasted and painted along with the wing frame. The hydraulics, I bought a brand new pump for the front of the Western Star. That's included into the resolution down there. Next one. So everything going on the truck will be looking like brand new and act like brand new. All new hydraulic lines, stainless steel. And then the new truck that's coming the end of next month will be the one available to go to Watertown for the new Henderson stainless steel product that we had approved and bought. So we're going to have 2 brand new trucks in November to go out on the streets, and we will eliminate the EV mandate if it comes back around.
What's the normal life cycle? Every 5 years is what towns normally do?
Yes.
Okay, questions?
What are we gonna do with the old box or the old truck frame and motor and cab chassis?
That will either go up for auction, but the company down there has showed great interest in purchasing from us, and I have not given them a price. I have to look into that to see what the value of that cab and chassis will be.
Any idea what?
I don't
Bill,
even want to speculate because, like I said, it's a 2008, and in the industry, that is a truck that people shy away from because of the internal problems.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just doing some figuring here real quick.
Okay, we'll do a roll call vote. Mr. Schiffer?
Yeah, I'm not done yet, wait. Yeah, no. Minus 53. So we're taking all this money out of the 513210. Yeah. So that's going to pretty much leave it empty, right?
No, there should be $58,000 still left
Yeah,
for a
roughly.
buffer.
All right.
Okay, we'll do a roll call vote. Mr. Schiffer? Mr. Seitz?
Yes.
Ms. Lemina?
Yes.
Mrs. Laney?
Yes.
I vote yes. It's carried. Resolution to use $53,500 from budget line DA 5130.210 to remove, repair, and install the plow equipment on the 2025 Western Star. Is that CJ's equipment that's coming off and being rebuilt?
That is correct.
Okay. What truck is that?
654.
654. Mr. Schiffer, any questions?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm confused. So this says it's on the 2025. That's not the new one that we just bought that was in storage through the winter?
Yeah.
How come it says remove, repair, and install plow equipment? Did I miss something?
CJ's truck,
It's
654.
coming out the old Mac.
It's coming off the old Mac. They're going to rebuild it, sandblast it, paint it, put it on the truck we put in storage last year.
So we're not buying new for that one. We're using something
That is
off the
correct.
truck we're retiring. Okay, sorry, I must have missed that part. Okay, thank you.
Mrs. Laney?
I'm good.
Okay, do a roll call vote. Mr. Schiffer? Mr. Seitz?
Yes.
Ms. Salimina?
Yes.
Mrs. Laney?
Yes.
And I'm a yes. It's carried. Resolution to use $7,500 from budget line DA 5130.210 for sandblasting and painting the truck box and the plow frame on the last resolution we just did. Is there any discussion? Okay, roll call.
Which truck are they gonna use that for, to
That-
sand?
That's coming off of 654, CJ's old truck, and that's going on to 2020.
So they're gonna use this is gonna be cleaning that up to use it on the new 25.
Yes.
Are you good?
They're repairing all the spots on the box and rewelding all new panels and
Yep.
everything's
They're
all
putting
new.
stainless steel corner posts in it, and then up in the, they'll put a new cab protector on it. They will fix up everything. It will be inspected. It goes to Hillcrest Industries. They have like a rotisserie there where they'll put the box on, be able to rotate it, sandblast it, a 3-process paint for it, zinc primer, and then the paint on it. So when that all comes back to Gainesville, it'll be ready to put on the new cab and chassis.
So we're buying one brand new one, complete unit, and then repairing the one off the Mac.
Yes,
And what's this 7,500 for sandblasting? Is that the Mac or the plow off the Mac? And
that's the plow frame, the wing frame, and the box sandblasted and painted.
You good, Ed?
yep.
Okay. Roll call vote, Mr. Schiffer?
We didn't have a motion or a second.
Oh, okay, sorry. Thought we did.
Nope.
Yeah,
We definitely did on this one.
okay. Yeah. All right, we'll go back over that one. Resolution to use 7,500 from budget line 51, DA 513210 for sandblasting and painting truck box and frame. Is there a motion? Second?
Second.
Okay, we'll do a roll call vote on that. Mr. Schiffer?
Aye.
Mr. Seitz?
Yes.
Ms. Lemonna?
Yes.
Mr. Zelini?
Yes.
And I vote yes. It's carried.
Thank you.
Resolution to move $758.48 from the Capital Projects Fund and place it into the General A Fund. These funds are left over from a research project from 2019 that never became operational. Sarah, the reason for that's to close out that? Yeah, that's for the AFR. We want to close it out. Any questions?
I'm wondering how we had something sit on our books for 7 years or 6 years and
It
didn't
was
know
always
it was
carried
there.
over. Yeah.
Well, what made him decide this year that this is a year to take care of it?
He wanted to do it last year, but we didn't have the correct number. We didn't do it last year. Any other discussion?
No,
We'll do a roll call vote. Mr. Schiffer?
there was no motion on that, I don't
Oh,
think, was
okay.
there?
Is there a motion? Thank you, Linda.
So moved.
Any further discussion? We'll do a roll call vote. Mr. Schiffer?
Aye.
Mr. Seitz?
Aye.
Ms. Lemonna?
Aye.
Mr. Zelini?
Aye.
And I vote yes. Aye. It's carried. After I read this next one, Dale, you want to come up and explain it? Resolution to approve number 2, the contract number D014805 between the New York State Department of Transportation and the Town of Shelby to change the estimated expenditure for snow and ice removal to reflect the additional lane miles of state roads that were plowed treated by the town during the winter season. The amendment will increase payment to the town by $32,077.80. Is there a motion? Is there a second? Dale, you want to explain this?
There was a pretty rough winter, and we were talking with the state DOT, and I guess they agreed also that there had to be some kind of change in what you had approved for before when we asked for the approval to engage with a state contract for plowing. So they came back with this second supplemental agreement, number 2, to the contract, which is the DO 14805. So in order to get this money, possibility of getting this money from the state, I had to have a resolution, 2 copies, sent back in with signatures and all that. And then that money would be put into there's an additional whole equation that they use. So in order to get the extra money, I need approval from the board in a resolution form to accept the amended the second time around.
Are we increasing miles or?
Now, nothing changes on our end. We
We're just
don't
getting
have to
paid
do
more.
anything more. It's just because it was a tough winter. And when I told them our expenses and everything, and other towns had also, it's not just me. It was a consortium of people that approached the state, and they had come up with this change.
One is that going to go into then, in the highway fund? Which one? General fund?
I don't set that, so it would come to,
The DA fund, I would imagine, since the snow plowing
Yeah.
is charged to DA.
could very well. I never see stuff that come in.
Well, I'm just saying, if it's because of snow plowing and ice, it should go back to the
Well, that would
fund
be, yes,
that was
reasonable.
taxed for.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So can we add that to the resolution, that the
Yeah.
funds will go into the DA fund? Because that's where the snow plowing is charged.
I guess so long as that is the fund that they transfer the money to. I mean, I don't know if,
I would imagine regardless of where it comes into, we
Yeah.
can transfer
We-
it to
we
the
can-
fund
Yeah,
that,
we could put it where we want it. Right. Correct, yeah. Right.
and lo and behold, while I look at that fund, DB 5142 100 is the snow removal. We're over $18,000 in personnel services. So that's another one to add to our list for our
The
workshop.
DA fund or DB?
DA 5142.100. We budgeted 133,000 for salaries, and we spent 151,000. So we got to move $18,000
plenty of
in there.
overtime. Yep.
So you want that added, which is to be deposited into DA 5142?
No, I don't
No.
think it goes there. It just
Yeah,
Is that
in the
it?
DA fund.
Right.
I'm just saying that for
We're
our
o- we're
workshop,
over.
we're going to need to talk about that too.